Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Talal Marika, and I'm your host for today's episode on What's Your Brew. We have a special guest with us. He's an artist that you'll all keep close and dear to your hearts. His name is Methun. Methun today is here with us, and as we know, he has written songs and songs about how his days had come to where he is now, and his songs resonate all around island-wide within Sri Lanka. So, Methun, thank you for being with us here today.
Thank you so much for having me, and thank you for the introduction, Talal.
So, Mithun, what was the original vision behind Naadhagama? Like, how did it evolve to like what we saw it on that day?
Naadhagama was initially, I'll go to the first inception of what it is. It was, we had this idea of trying to build, not build actually, Naadhagama was initially a one-time concert which we thought of having as a platform for us to perform our songs. I was back in 2018. Most me, Dinesh, and Ridma songs were like Ridma was more popular. I mean, Dinesh and me have not performed at all at a concert. We just created it for the fun of it, just to do one concert in Matara. It was just a platform to express our music. We never saw it was going to continue until we were done with the first concert. Then then we went on. We were given the idea of you should keep doing it, and then that's when we really thought, yeah, we could do this concert again, and that's when we started it as a journey. And then Naadhagama grew with more artists adding to the three of us, with Manranga, Dinupa, Supun, then later on Danit, then later on Kanchana also came on board. So yeah. That is how it started. It was a platform created for us to just express our music, and yeah.
So on behalf of the idea of expressing yourself and the artists who join you to collaborate on expressing themselves as well on Naadhagama 360, this year's Naadhagama 360 lineup was insane. So how did you know these artists were the ones who deserve to be on stage?
So the seven of us. So Naadhagama initially is now like one company. I'm telling it as a company. It's a family with seven artists. It's like one company run by seven companies. Like all seven of them are artists doing their individual journey, and we come together for Naadhagama to do our own thing in here. So this is like home to us. This is where we started our journeys, most of us. So the seven of us are always there in Naadhagama. But when it came to 360, we brought in Eshan Denipitiya to orchestrate the whole music for the concert. And Eshan was also an amazing human, and apart from him being an amazing musician, and all of us have this vibe, when we get together, when we work, it just clicks. The chemistry between us, and Eshan was perfect for us for this in these times. Naadhagama 360, and he chose all the musicians that should come. He wanted young musicians to perform, be on stage. So we had all together about 60 artists on stage, including the seven of us, performing, choir, band, drummers, to the whole band, everything. We brought Jimit from Australia itself. He's one of Sri Lanka's best drummers, but he's living in Australia currently. But we brought him down for this concert. Likewise, Rakita from Naadhagama is like Sri Lanka's best percussionist, and he's a global brand as well. So we had the best in the business for this concert. Naadhagama 360 was our milestone in our whole journey. Looking back, we can realize why everything that happened before happened was for 360 to happen. So it was young blood. It was just about having fun there, and everyone. We wanted to bond, we want to bond and have fun on stage. And Eshan did his part, we did our part, and on stage the artists were like just one family.
So although it was something really serious, you all managed to make it something where chemistry was built.
That is very important when it comes to Naadhagama Talal. When we want to, it's not just another concert where we sing and come down from the stage. This is by far the best concert that we have to perform. Us as artists, this is the best concert we had to perform, and enjoy. So we are artists and we have to enjoy what we do. So this is the best platform we had thus far to enjoy what we do. So it's not just about singing, it's about bonding with everyone on stage and the audience. So we wanted to make sure that Naadhagama 360 was not just an experience for the audience. There were 12,000 people as an audience, but there were about 300 people working backstage. We wanted to make sure everyone is having an amazing experience from what they are doing. So it was we really commit to try to bond and have it as a family.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And pretty sure as you all were processing the whole thing, Naadhagama 360, one of the largest events that happened in Sri Lanka, what was something that took an unexpected turn that was like behind the curtains that like shocked even the whole crowd?
I think Naadhagama had been had always been an outdoor concert, which is a whole different ambience to what 360 was, the indoor version of it was. The whole thing, I think only me and a few working and the team who are involved in doing the aesthetics of the arena knew what is happening inside, like what will the things be. So as far as to when the audience and the artists, until they came to the stage that day, even I didn't expect it to turn out so well, because it was like a dream for me as well. I mean, the whole experience, how it turned out, was not what anyone, because it was if it was another Naadhagama which was happening outside, we know we have Peduru and all that stuff to sit and so it's music like this. But 360, no one knew what was going to happen. Some were paranoid about how an indoor concert would turn out. But we managed to somehow do something beyond what everyone expected. So Naadhagama 360 itself was
The element of surprise.
Yeah, the whole aesthetics, and Ishan's music was like the biggest surprise for how it turned out to blend with all our songs. That was like the most amazing thing that happened in the concert.
So now we know how the outcome was.
Yeah.
So let's dive deeply into maybe the game plan of how you structured this whole thing logistically to make Naadhagama 360 happen.
Naadhagama 360 Thalal was a first time for us, because doing something that scale is it's not something that we have done as Naadhagama. We have done concerts that were around, we have about 2,000 people per concert when it's outdoors, but this had 6,000 altogether in one concert. So we had to realign everything we think about how we approach this concert. And if I put it in a logistical manner of how it was for us, not the first concert. First concert had about 150, or had an audience of about 150. The second concert had about 300 of an audience. So in Naadhagama 360, we had a workforce of 300 people. So that's how we see how Naadhagama has grown. Like a workforce of 300 people had to work on getting the concert done. While when we did the first or second concert, we had an audience of 300. So yeah, and like I said, even for the logistically also, like let's say sound engineers, lighting crew, sound crew, all the vendors, stage crew, stage vendors. We thought that if this is one of the biggest concerts we are doing, we want to make sure they also have one of the best experiences that they are vending for. A sound engineer has to have the best concert experience he's going to do. A lighting engineer has to enjoy this as much as the best concert he's going to do. And even the workers, from the handyman even to the catering partners, we just wanted everyone to have it as an experience. It was not just about the audience this time. We tried our best to look into every aspect of it as everyone enjoying and remembering Naadhagama as an experience than a concert they just was a part of. And all of them had to feel like a family and work together for. The concert was for 2 days, but we had to prepare the venue from 2 days ahead. Yeah.
So Methun, as you were speaking, you have seen many events come and go in Sri Lanka, and obviously you might have been part of many as well. What keeps Naadhagama 360 to like stand out in Sri Lanka's culture entertainment?
Naadhagama, let me correct it. If Naadhagama 360 was a special edition, we did that.
Special.
Naadhagama is the concert we do, and Naadhagama 360 was a special version we did. Of, I am someone who believes in trying to be as different as possible. In my case, so if I think of, I want to, so it's easier. Let me put it this way. Let's see. We might not know what to do, but we might know what not to do. Okay, so when it comes to Naadhagama, because Naadhagama itself is like another human for us now. It's growing, it's asking for more, it's asking if it might be rejecting what we are trying to give it. It's like a kid, growing up, and we don't know what exactly it wants, but we might have a better idea of what it doesn't want. So we just, right from the start, we just kept doing what it did, kept not doing what it doesn't want. And we took our time when we do the concert. We didn't have a specific schedule as this year we should do this many concerts and next year we should do this many concerts. We didn't have that schedule. We always worked from concert to concert. It grew from concert to concert. Like right after 360, now we are working on our festival. Like even before that, we did a concert about a year ago, and that was a break we took. When it comes to Naadhagama, like I said, Naadhagama, when you try to do something for Naadhagama, it might not accept it. We are talking about the whole aspect, its audience, its ambience, everything. So Naadhagama 360 was like that. We didn't know whether it will be accepted or not, but it worked out well because our intentions were like, always, that's the other thing. When doing Naadhagama, we always think about the intention of why we are doing this for. This concert is because if it was something personal for us, then we could have look at the financial aspect of it and kept doing it in a financial way. But no, when it comes to Naadhagama, it always worked on the intention. We always had to have the right intentions of doing a concert. And yeah.
I really loved your analogy on how, like, even as growing up, we as kids, we do not know what to do, but that doesn't mean we don't know what not to do.
Yeah.
And that's the first time I heard it from anyone. And
that is what we do. I mean, that's what we try to do. Naadhagama was always about trying to keep it different from what was there. Let's say we combined a Paduru party and a concert and did a small concert. That was Naadhagama initially, and it had artists. It's not a band. People ask whether Naadhagama comes to weddings or is it a band? Naadhagama wasn't a band. Naadhagama was a place where 7 artists come together to perform a specific concert, and then we just go on our separate ways until the next concert. So those are the differences. So the differences which are now used in other concerts as well sometimes, but and that was the first time we tried to have all 7 artists on stage together, and that is the difference we tried to create back in the day, and we still keep doing that. Every time we go for another concert, we try to keep adding something new to it, which is different, but we shouldn't do what it should not be done, something like that.
Coming across that exact thing you just spoke about, like, did any artist, any one of them, surprise you either by like their performance or like backstage, the way they bonded, the chemistry? Did anyone stand out?
All of us, Talal, all of us, like, we came into music like at the same time. Let's say 2017, 2018. That was when we started music. There was a day that we met, not as Naadhagama artists. This is just something down the memory lane. I remember us meeting at a random event, and all of us were walking down the road, singing. We were not, like, we are not close friends by then. Like, we just met that day, and we just thought of, randomly hanging out together, and then we sang on the roads and just kept walking, and we were so glued to each other, but that we didn't want to leave that moment, you know. And even like fast forward 7 years, we are still on stage when we meet together. We are those people who met 7 years ago.
Walk down the road.
Yeah. So and all of us have gone on our individual journeys since then, and watching each of us on stage. Let's say it was Dinna's and mine first concert when we did Naadhagama in the beginning, and see how Dinna performs now. Like he has his own character on stage, and how he takes on the stage, and watching Ridma sing his heart out, and when Danit does a twist, and he's also another amazing singer. And like in 360, I think Danit was way out of hand. I mean, he was amazing. Like likewise, all of us, Kanchana, like all these artists, Supun, all these artists have come a long way, and sitting and watching them perform, like we all are in the same stage, they perform their individual songs, and we watch and we see the whole journey we went together at a moment. Like, okay, from there now look at what we are enjoying, having the time of our life together in the middle of Sugadadasa with 6,000 people around us, and it was the same for all of us. I mean, all of us just surprised ourselves from what happened.
Must have been an incredible feeling, to be honest. 7 years on the road, and then afterwards you're like here together once again. So like, what was something like the audience didn't see, but you kind of wish that they knew this was the effort behind Naadhagama?
There's an amazing team that, I'm going back to the whole team that works together. We were all friends. Like the Naadhagama team, that's not, I'm not talking about the artists now, the team that works, it's family and friends, and we grew up together working on this, and now the only experts who know to do Naadhagama is our family and friends after all. And it's not, you see the 7 artists on stage, but there's an amazing team with an amazing love for each other and respect for each other working backstage, and they feel everything we feel as well. They feel the same pride and happiness we feel as well, and we have a lot of fun doing this concert. We have a lot of, I mean, like it's something that the audience doesn't see, but yeah. And there are things there are certain, like what do you call it, aspects as to the audience might not be understanding in the right way, but I wouldn't want to go in detail as to any of those, but what we are trying to do is we are always trying to give the best we can for them. We are trying to create the best experience, and sometimes there can be mistakes that are done by our side. I mean, we are learning by this process. We never knew that Naadhagama was supposed to be this concert. We just did it for the fun of it, and then we ourselves are learning with it, and we make mistakes, we learn, we still try to give the best. So sometimes there are things that the audience might not agree with us, but this is how it is in the back end, but I can't elaborate on them because I don't think this is the place for that.
I love how, like, no matter what question, no matter where we go in this conversation, you come back to the chemistry, because that's how crucial it was to make this a successful event, right? And I think that's how it leads us to our final question, like, how do you personally measure success after a show like this? Is it crowd size? Is it the vibe? There's chemistry? Or is it the cultural impact?
Last time we were sold out properly was at Dutch Hospital, the 4th Naadhagama. We had a crowd of, I think, about 700 people. And we were over the moon. I mean, that audience enjoyed it a lot. They sang with us, and we enjoyed that. Like, we still remember that concert being so amazing, like fun, and it was. And even after doing the Naadhagama 360, it was the same feeling. I mean, it wasn't about the amount of people. It's us managing to perform and letting our hearts out, and the next day when we wake up, we feel so blessed, and that's an amazing feeling. I mean, we faced challenges back in the day, so many of them, which the day after this Naadhagama 360, we felt so grateful that those challenges came to us, and it was even the people who made challenges towards us, we were so grateful about them, and I can't explain the answer for that exactly, but yeah,
It's beyond words.
it's beyond words. I mean, I guess that's why I'm saying so many things about it. I can't put a measurement on what we feel.
That's more
I,
than
if I'll give it, this is a simpler way of saying it. If I say it in single, ඊළඟ දවසේ දැන් මරණත් සපයි කියලා හිතෙනවා. Yeah, you can die the next day. We've done this. You can die happily. Okay, you have that feeling. I don't know. It doesn't. I think it's another thing is when everything aligns and just happens perfectly. That is such a big satisfaction. Yeah.
Well, Mr. Methun, I can't say what immense pleasure it has been to sit here and have this conversation with you, understanding how you come through all these crazy events and how you built up Naadhagama 360, your special, and even Naadhagama, and how you made it one of the most successful events in Sri Lanka, and how you have been dating it back then and how it grew to where it is now. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you
for being with us today, Mr. Methun. Hope to see you next time as well.
Barista, for having me and the team.
Well, that's it for episode. Have a good day.